The room is cold before dawn. You sit alone. The silence is not peace. It is the absence of distraction. This is where the war begins. Not in the dojo, not in the arena. Here, in the stillness before the world wakes. The mind, left to itself, reaches for comfort. It invents urgency. It scrolls. It plans escapes. It constructs reasons why tomorrow is better than now. This is the enemy. Miyamoto Musashi walked for decades with nothing but 2 swords and the discipline to refuse what other men called necessary. He did not speak of motivation. He did not wait for inspiration. He moved through fog and frost and the weight of his own silence, because the alternative, comfort, hesitation, the slow death of potential, was unacceptable. You are not him, but you stand at the same crossroads. The only difference is whether you step forward or invent another reason to delay. Discipline is not a feeling. It is the execution of a decision made once, repeated until the self stops resisting. The mind will beg. It will negotiate. It will promise that rest is earned, that one deviation is harmless, that the path can wait. These are lies. The mind does not want mastery. It wants relief. And relief, consumed daily, becomes a prison softer than any chain, but just as binding. Musashi refined his technique alone. No audience, no applause. He stripped away everything that did not serve the blade. He understood that clarity comes from subtraction, not addition. Most men collect skills, knowledge, identities, possessions, hoping the accumulation will reveal purpose. It doesn't. Purpose is found in what you are willing to discard. The question is not what you want to become. The question is what you are willing to stop being. You wake in a room you have woken in 1,000 times. The same walls, the same light slicing through the blinds, the same pull toward the screen, the same voice suggesting that checking, scrolling, numbing is a small thing. It is not small. It is the first surrender of the day. Every action that follows is built on that foundation. Musashi knew this. He trained his body, yes, but first, he trained his refusal. The ability to sit in discomfort and not move toward relief. The ability to hold a position until the weakness begging for release fell silent. The modern world is designed to prevent this. Every surface hums with distraction. Every platform offers an endless scroll, an infinite feed, a promise that the next click will deliver meaning. It will not. You are trading hours of your life for the simulation of connection, the illusion of progress, and each trade makes the next easier. The blade dulls. The mind softens. The gap between who you are and who you intended to become widens until you no longer recognize the face in the mirror. Musashi fought over 60 duels. He won them all, not because he was born exceptional, because he refused to fight the way other men fought. He studied their patterns. He eliminated his own. He arrived late. He used wooden swords. He broke expectation because expectation is a weakness. The opponent prepares for the likely. The master does the necessary. You are fighting a duel every morning against the version of yourself that would rather stay comfortable. That version is skilled. It knows your vulnerabilities. It has won most mornings of your life. The way forward is not complex. It is brutal in its simplicity. You decide what matters. You remove everything else. You execute the decision without negotiation. Hesitation is not caution. It is fear dressed in reason. The mind will produce 1,000 justifications for delay. It will frame cowardice as patience, weakness as balance, surrender as self-care. These are the weapons of the opponent within. They sound reasonable. They feel true. They are the slow knife. There is no moment when discipline becomes easy. There is only the moment when you stop expecting it to. Musashi did not wait for the perfect conditions. He walked in rain and heat and hunger. He slept on stone. He refined his craft in the gaps between survival, not because he enjoyed suffering, but because the alternative, softness, dependence, the erosion of will, was a death he refused to die. You will not be tested by a sword. You will be tested by the quiet pull of comfort, repeated daily, until you forget you are being tested at all. The mountain does not care if you climb it. The ink does not care if you master the stroke. The blade does not care if you sharpen it. These are indifferent. They offer no encouragement, no reward for effort, only the result of repetition, executed in silence, witnessed by no one. This is where most men fail. They need the audience. They need the validation. They need the external voice to confirm that the suffering is worth it. It is not the audience that makes it worth it. It is the internal shift that happens when you stop asking. Musashi's final years were spent alone in a cave, writing, not for fame, not for students, for clarity. He distilled a lifetime of combat into principles stripped of decoration. He did not soften the message. He did not apologize for its severity. He knew that the path of mastery is not walked by the many. It is walked by the few who are willing to endure the silence, the repetition, the absence of applause. You are either one of them or you are not. Taboo. Choice is made in the morning, in the cold room, in the moment before distraction. The war is not won in a single battle. It is won in the decision to show up when everything in you screams to retreat, to execute when the mind offers 100 reasons to delay, to hold the line when comfort is within reach. This is not heroic. This is not dramatic. It is the quiet, repeated refusal to negotiate with weakness. And over time, that refusal becomes identity. The self you were, soft, hesitant, enslaved by impulse, fades. What remains is the blade, sharp, undistracted, ready. You will fail. Not once. Many times. The failure is not the end. It is information. Musashi lost nothing by studying his opponents. He lost everything by refusing to study himself. The same applies here. Each failure is a mirror. It shows you where the discipline broke, where the mind found a crack, where the old self reasserted control. You do not mourn this. You do not spiral. You observe. You adjust. You return to the path. The path does not punish failure. It punishes abandonment. Most men die without ever meeting themselves. They live in the reflection others provide. They build identities from approval, from roles, from the accumulated opinions of a world that does not know them. Musashi stripped all of this away. He walked alone because the crowd dilutes clarity. He refused the easy path because the easy path leads nowhere. You are standing at the edge of that same choice. The world will offer you comfort. It will offer you distraction. It will offer you the slow, seductive erasure of potential. You can accept it. Most do. Or you can walk into the cold, into the silence, into the war that no one else will see. The strike, when it comes, is not loud. It is not announced. It is the single moment when you stop negotiating and simply move. Musashi understood this. The duel is decided before the sword is drawn, in the stillness, in the clarity, in the absolute refusal to hesitate. You are in that stillness now. The world is noise. The mind is noise. Beneath it all is the question, will you move or will you remain frozen, waiting for permission that will never come? There is no one coming to save you. No external force will arrive to impose discipline, to strip away distraction, to drag you toward the life you claim to want. That force, if it exists at all, is within you. And it is not a force. It is a choice, repeated until it becomes reflex. Musashi was not born a master. He became one by refusing every alternative. You will not become one by reading this. You will become one by closing this and doing the thing you have been avoiding, the thing that is hard, the thing that requires you to face the gap between what you are and what you must become. The dawn is coming. The room is still cold. You are still alone. This is not a disadvantage. This is the condition of mastery. The crowd does not forge steel. The fire does. You are in the fire now. The only question is, whether you will stay until the work is done.